Start the show
Hold
with.
on, wait.
I'm cool. We can
I
start the
think
show
our
with
shit's
that.
supposed to be on.
Family first, yeah. Stay on track. Talking real life. Never hold back. From the struggles to the highs. We make it last. Tune in, lock in. This the Family First podcast. Family first, yeah. Stay on track. Talking real life. Never hold back. From the struggle to the highs. We make it last. Tune in, lock in. This the Family First podcast. We talking life, talking dreams, trying to break the chains. From the struggles and the hustle through the joy and pain. It's for the moms, it's for the dads, for the kids we raise. Every episode hitting like a vibe we pray. What's up? 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 With everybody? What's going on?
Hello, everyone.
What's the word? What's the word? What's the word?
How's everybody doing?
Everything
You
good.
know how
Everything
it
coming
is.
good.
You know how it is. You know how it
What's
is.
up?
Tagged up. Decided to stop in. You know what I'm saying? I like coming in these shows. Usually, tagged up something to be up here dogging. So but I like it. I like this shit. I like this.
You like this
So
shit?
yeah. I think it's cool. I like it. If because usually I'll be doing the bars are real, John. You know what I'm saying? With me and my bro Ish. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I like this shit. You
I
know what I'm
like
saying? This shit's
those. I
pretty
like
cool.
those. I like those.
You know
I
what I'm
like
saying?
those.
Tap in. You know what I'm saying? All
Slide
you gotta
work,
do
slide
is
work,
tap
slide
in. It's
work.
not illegal. It's not illegal.
And that ain't gonna cost you nothing.
Yeah. Don't call. You know what I'm saying? In the words of Math Hoffa, don't cost you no paper unless you's a mother hater.
You already
Hell
know.
yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So
I
that's how
like
that
that. I
goes.
like that.
That's how that goes.
But today's episode is gonna be about. I know.
No, we
Man,
don't.
I don't know.
No, that's what you're here for. You're supposed to
Oh,
tell
Oh.
us.
oh, 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 I'm aware. I'm ready for
Oh.
it. I'm aware. I'm
We got
ready
a
for it.
banger
Let's get
though.
it. We got a banger,
Mm-mm.
banger.
The title for this one's called
Here we
Navigating
go.
Fatherhood for Custody versus Support in Time of Hardship. Mm.
This gonna get a little spicy. This gonna
Uh,
get a little touchy. It might even ruffle some feathers a little bit.
But
But let's dive into it.
I would love to dive into it. But first, I would like everybody to introduce themselves, though.
All right, all right. Man, y'all already know who it is. It's your boy TLBLJ, man. Tell him, hey, nigga, you already know. Let's go.
oh,
Miss
I'm the
Lady?
goat. I'm gonna say the best for last. So I'm the goat. You already go ahead.
No, go ahead. Miss Lady?
Hey, somebody get him. Man, go ahead. Man, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Ebony.
Anyways, I'm going to let him go last, but I'm your host, Little Way.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Tagged Up Gaming. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to RD Automotive. Bars of real people are fake. Let's get it.
Yeah. But anyways, welcome to the fifth episode of Family Talk. I said Family Talk. Yeah, Family First Podcast.
Already
Again.
fucking up, G.
Fuck
Wait,
you.
hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Before you get started, we
What's up?
5 episodes in.
Yeah, we 5, buddy.
Ooh.
See, here's the thing. If I'd have knew we was on the fifth one, then I would have asked to host it because that would make more sense for me to host the fifth one.
Bro, 5 episodes in. Let's get
But
it.
salutes because
I mean, you can take
no, no, no,
over.
no, 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 no. We're already here.
No,
So,
you
I,
can
I mean,
gladly take over.
hey, all I'm gonna
no,
say
I'm
is,
good.
hey, we 5th episode in. We thank everybody for y'all support. Everybody that like, comment, subscribe. Everybody that been tuning in. Everybody that's been watching the reels. Everybody that's following the cast members, the panel. Like we really do appreciate y'all. Real shit. If you want to tap in and you want to be on the show, man, tap in with anybody that's on here right now.
Hell yeah.
What he said.
Anyways, uh, today we diving into a crucial heated topic. Should a father take custody or provide financial support to a mother during times of financial hardship, especially when the mother can contribute financially? We'll be exploring different perspectives and looks and its impacts on families and the emotional aspects. So please, let's get into this.
I don't. I want to hear everybody else's opinion before, because I am curious to hear what y'all think before I turn into the quote unquote asshole of the bunch.
Man, you always curious to hear what everybody else think.
It's the you know he's trying to figure it. I mean, first of all, it's called a conversation. Everybody has to state their opinion. I'm
Okay.
just curious to hear what y'all say before I become the quote unquote asshole of the bunch.
Um,
So, so
I
I'm
mean,
actually
she.
doing a favor.
I mean, she. I talked about this earlier among some family members and some peers because I'm getting ready to go through this experience. I'm bringing my oldest son to come live with me currently. He'll be here next month. His mom isn't per se having financial issues, but she's having issues with him. He's 16. He feel like shit. I don't gotta listen to my mom. I can do what I want, but he can't do that with me. I'm daddy. Daddy got a different or persona about himself. So when it come to me, he knows certain things he can do with his mom that he can't do with me. I've realized that she's done all she can do for him as far as raising him.
Hold on, hold on,
It's
hold on,
time he
hold on, hold on,
and
hold
it's
on, hold
time
on.
he,
Hold that thought, hold that thought, hold that thought. Hold that
but
thought. How's it
go
going,
ahead.
big fella? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's going on, people? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you. You can hear
Yeah,
Yes,
us.
sir.
we got you loud and clear.
What's up, Jay? Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Frederick Beatty. I was invited by Jay, so want to chime in on the conversation, but I'm gonna keep listening so I can kind of get some thoughts so we can continue building. So, but how's everybody doing this evening?
Oh, we good in here. We good in here. Good to
I
have you in
didn't
here.
I didn't even know he was gonna tap in today, y'all. I sent the
You
link to
know better
him.
than
I
that,
didn't.
Jay.
I mean, I sent him the link. I didn't know if he was gonna come in or not, but appreciate you coming here, bro. Long time no see.
Shit,
You know what I'm saying? Long time no talk to.
I
This
know,
is
bro.
somebody. This somebody that's watched me grow up, y'all. Like he's watched me grow up since the youngest. So what y'all see and what y'all get with me, he know exactly what it is with me. He know I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm gonna keep it raw.
All too
But
well, bro.
you know what I'm saying? He like an uncle to me. You know what I mean? So shout out to you, man. I appreciate you tapping in.
Oh, much love, man.
Good to have you. Good to have you.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
I've been catching y'all shows, man. So y'all been talking about some great ass topics. So
I
We
told you,
try.
hey, I
I
told you, I told you, I told you we're gonna be different from everybody.
I try to keep it from real life scenarios that everybody go to or go through. So
Facts.
word.
But as far as this topic tonight, like if a mom is having financial issues, even if it go beyond financial issues, if she feel like she's done everything that she could do for the child and there's no more that she could do, the father should absolutely step in. He should absolutely get custody or whatever the case is, but he should definitely be able to step up and take care of the child. You know what I'm saying? Like I never thought that I would have any of my kids come live with me because they all three of them they mama boys. Like all three of them, they love me. Don't get me wrong, but they would rather live with their mothers. You know what I'm saying? And just come visit me. That's their preference. But this 16-year-old that I got right now, and with some of the stuff he's doing and some of his behavior, it's like, no, you don't got a choice. I'm finna take you away from your mama because she's done everything she could do for you. There's nothing more she can do. She's running out of options. You're in a position where she's fearful because you're trying to get violent. you're exhibiting behavior in ways that she's not used to. And I know her, she's not going to chastise you. She's not going to get on you. She's not going to give you that discipline you need. So, in order for you to get that, it's time for dad to step in and be like, now you got to come my way because she's done everything that she can do. So, I feel like personally, when a mom has done everything she's done for a child and she's running out of expenses too, on top of that, then it's definitely time for the father to step in if he hasn't already stepped in. You see what I'm saying?
See
That's just
that,
my personal opinion.
and see that's the thing right there. I mean, what you hit up on. You know, if the father hasn't already stepped in and isn't already, isn't already active in that
Hmm.
child in that kid's life, and I think that's one of the things that should be at least to the very least talked about. You
Hmm.
know, if and I can only speak from my own personal experience. I mean, everybody else's experiences is gonna be wildly different.
Right. Speak on it.
You know, and I'm speaking from, and this is me being transparent with a lot of people. I wrote about this in like a little in a short story in one of my books. Talking about being a father in absentia, meaning that being an absentee father. That's a lot, and that's something that is pretty much a thing. For if you're a fa- if you're a father like me and like Jay or like anybody else or any other person that's on this panel, and you're not an active father in that child's life, that child suffers. That child suffers immensely.
So what do you? So how do you act, or how do you go by a father not being to see their kids, as in like a mother running away, trying to hide them, pretty much. So it's like,
That goes. You got to put the effort to try to locate them. I mean, that let's just put that out there. Put this out here right now. That would never be that's never going to be of a father's doing. That's the mother's doing, wanting to keep that child away from the father. That's on her. That's not on him. If the father's out there doing his best effort to try to locate the children, try to locate his kid or children, then and he's always coming up short because the mom's always up and leaving. That's not that doesn't fall on him. That falls on the mother. You know. But to the opposite of that, if both of them live in the same town, or they live, or they maybe one state away, and the father's not making an effort to even want to do anything, then that most definitely lies on him. So there's two sides. There's always going to be two sides to that particular story.
yeah. Well, let's get in this. First segment is finding the dilemma. First, let's find the dilemma. Financial hardship can several impacts on families, and it's even more complicated when a mother doesn't have a job or contribute to a household financially. The question is, what I'm trying to say is, should a father take custody of the children, provide stable environment, or should he could continue supporting the mother financially?
Mm,
I want to
I
start
want to
with the
make
men.
sure. I want to make.
Hold on, hold on,
I
hold
want
on,
to.
hold on, hold on. I want to start with the lady first, but finish what you were saying now.
How
go
you gonna
ahead.
say I'm gonna start off with the lady, but finish what you said? Go ahead.
Go
Uh
ahead,
huh.
babe.
That doesn't even.
Well, okay,
Okay.
okay, go ahead. My bad. Hold on. You right. Go ahead. Go.
Go ahead, babe. What you think?
No, no. Wait. Go.
Go, nigga. Go, Casey.
No, no, go, no, no. I
No,
want
okay.
no. I want to hear it.
Babe, babe, go ahead.
Well, I feel it always a situation. I mean, your child, you do whatever you have
Um,
to child,
I'm
but
sorry. Are you? You're breaking in and out. Am I the only one that's experiencing this?
Yep.
uh,
No, I hear it
hear
too.
me
No,
now?
she back. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, let's try that again.
Hey, I said like encourage your child to do whatever you have to child, but if y'all know on best term or whatever, not really she gotta know. You gotta go get it. Gotta do what you
Mm. Mm. All right.
I mean
Go ahead, Casey.
my situation so like if
Okay,
I'm gonna do I can't I can't call my father and be like, yo, I'm gonna do this and that and dirt or whatever. I gotta pretty much what I gotta do with my baby. Because he has a years, so we don't got that. And I tried to make it happen so we see him, but through court or whatever. So I did my. I'm not gonna be to do their part as far as child goes. You're not gonna do, it, but I'm gonna do
oh shit.
what I.
No, I'm not gonna lie, that makes sense. So you basically saying like you've done your part as far as trying to let the
Yeah,
father of your child be there in
try to
some
get
capacity.
the visitation and all that stuff or whatever through the court or whatever. See that show.
Right. So
Could you ask?
yes,
It's beef
Could
or
but
could you ask the question again? Make
this
it.
dude.
No, no. I'm just meant that because we. I mean, we got two new people in here. I mean, it's good to run the question so
Two?
they can
Wait,
hear it
who is
clearly.
two? Oh,
I got my wife. I got my lady in here. My wife.
You don't
So
see these
hey,
other. You don't
and
see
hey
two
sis,
people just join.
and so
hey
who was the
sis,
other
hey
person?
sis. I see
It's
her.
called
I
being
see her. That's why I'm
professional.
waving.
It's called
Hey
being
sis,
professional.
sis, ignore that nigga down there. You see me
Ignore
waving
that
and saying,
nigga
"Hey
right
sis."
there. Ignore
You see
that
me saying,
nigga.
"Hey sis." You see me saying, "Hey sis."
Who's the
One
other
time.
person? Can they turn on the camera, please?
Or at least cut your microphone on.
Right, who is that?
Hi, bro.
Oh, oh shit. What's up, sis?
See, I'm gonna see. It makes sense to run the question back
Hello?
now, doesn't it?
Jay?
I mean,
Yeah,
it do
it
now.
do.
Yeah, because I can hear her
I
voice.
can't hear you.
So don't interrupt me again when I'm trying to do when I'm trying to be professional. Don't interrupt me.
Man, we ain't not finna pay attention to this
Now,
shit.
could you please ask the question again, sir, for the new
Yes,
people that have
Okay,
yes,
just
look,
yes.
arrived?
yeah, for the new people, hey, for the new people, ask the question again.
We're trying to find a dilemma. Financial hardship can serve impact on families, and even more complicated when a mother doesn't have a job or contribute to a household financially. The question is, should a father take custody or have the child or provide stable environment, or should he continue supporting the mothers financially?
Continue supporting the mother financially out of the question. Throw that option out of the window because that should never be the option right there. That's one. Two, if this is just my opinion, not only do I think that if it comes down to a financial issue, the father should take the child. I believe that it should go earlier than that. The moment they break up, the child should go with the father. That's what I think should happen. The moment they break up and shit ain't working right, child should automatically go with the father.
Mm.
Why do I say that? Why do I say that? Have you heard of let me ask you some Jay. Let me ask you some Jay. Let me ask you other viewers. You ever
Go
heard
ahead.
of FBG Duck?
Yeah, what about him?
Y'all heard of YNW Melly? You
What
know
about him?
all these rappers who do all of this
What?
murderous
Come,
things,
bro, get to the point.
who grew up
Get to,
without a father,
bro,
who
bro,
grew
we
up
get it,
without a father, and this
bro,
could be the
we get it,
outcome.
bro. We get it. Get to the point.
That
Mm.
nigga, I
He
just
just
made
made
the
a
point
point.
right there.
He
I
just
just
made a
made it right
point.
there. Don't fucking
What?
interrupt me
No,
again. I
But
just
what?
made the
do you
point.
think
I
because
just
So,
of
made the
not
so
point.
time
having
out.
a father in the picture that led them to the murderous tendencies? I'm trying to turn my camera on, Jay. Give me a second.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
No,
but
go
all
ahead,
of
sis,
those
because you said
incidents.
exactly what I was finna say. So you're saying a father not being predominantly in the home raising a child or having a hand in raising the child is going to dictate how the child acts and how the child turns out when
Yes,
they get
absolutely.
older?
Yes, yes.
Wrong. And here's why I say that.
Okay. OJ
I haven't
Simpson.
seen
Here we go.
I haven't bro, I haven't seen my father since I was two.
Okay.
Two. Okay.
Have you had a
So
father figure
what
in your
so
life? Just throwing that out there.
not really no. Because my
Mm,
mom no, and the reason why I said it because The ones I had were in and out of prison for most of my life. So no, my
Okay,
mother
go
raised me
ahead. Go
by
ahead. Go
herself.
ahead. Keep going.
Okay, my mom raised me
Mhm.
without really any male influence. I had it
Okay.
here and there, but it was like a hit and miss.
Okay.
I
Also,
turned
go
out.
back to the fact that
So
he
let me
said
ask you something.
father.
Your mom taught you how to be a man, is what you're telling me?
That's not what I'm saying. Don't
Because
don't
that's
get
where
me.
because
Don't
that's what
no
it,
no no no. I knew you were gonna take that route. Trust me, I knew. First of all, let's get this understood. No,
no. Okay.
a woman can never show a boy how to be a man. It's just impossible. However, if you think that this woman can't give this boy or her son certain values to use as a man, you're completely wrong.
I never said that, but I will say that
She can't
can
show.
we
She
agree?
can't show
Can
him.
we agree that those that and the reason why I said those names, could we agree that those people did things that men wouldn't do?
You mentioned
I
one name,
mean,
sir.
I,
I
I mean,
mentioned
if
two or
you,
three.
I mean, he
You
mentioned a
said
few.
FBG Duck and like
YNW
those other
Melly,
He said
murderers that
YNW
YNW.
run it.
Melly.
Bas
I
He's
said
basically
YNW.
naming. He's naming rappers that most of them don't have father figures and never had them.
But there are also a
So
lot of other rappers
I
that
mean, you can use
haven't
that. You
had
can use
fathers in
that,
the pictures
and
and
then they worked out
have
and they
gone
turned
on
out to
to
be good.
create.
You can use that. You can use that.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. But is that a majority thing? Is that like the majority of it?
Well, let's look at like the
Because
majority that you see actually trying to do good and change the narrative.
okay, can I ask you
Let's
something? Are we
highlight
talking about
those.
what you see or
Like,
what is actually what's actually a fact of number?
I'm talking about what I actually see. Prime
Oh,
example,
okay,
Jay Z is
okay,
one of them.
okay.
You know,
yeah,
he has plenty of raps where he mentions being raised by his mother. And granted, he turned to the streets, but he also had her as a backbone to learn that. Granted, I chose. We all have free will. That's something that God gave us all. So
go
even if
ahead.
you have a
Go
father in
ahead.
the
Go
home,
ahead,
even if
sis.
you
Go
have a
ahead.
mother in the
That's
home,
it.
if you choose to stray away, you have the option to do that. But as it says in the Bible, when you're a child, you think as a child, but once you grow, you learn from your lessons and you try to do better. I know plenty of men who
Uh-huh.
grew up without fathers
Uh-huh.
and are amazing fathers and are amazing husbands because guess what? They seen the support that their mother didn't get. And then I know a lot of
Uh-huh.
them that didn't have their fathers in the picture
So you
that are
disagree with
terrible. They're
you
terrible
disagree with
fathers.
so what would your option, so what option would you choose? I'm curious to know. What option would you choose out of the three he put out there?
So
I didn't
basically,
hear.
sis, what he
The
basically saying is, if you fell on hard times
Uh
financially
huh.
and you couldn't do for your son and your daughters,
Uh huh.
would you be open to them going to be with their fathers?
So
I know
this
your
when
I know your
Jay
situation, so I
knows,
already
and
know the
maybe that's why you
answer.
invited me into the conversation.
Yeah, because I'm like
So
you.
let me give you insight.
Go ahead.
My mother and my father were married. I was not raised out of wedlock. My father and my mother were married when they conceived me. But unfortunately, my father had a drug problem. My mother tried to bear with him, but after a while, once she noticed that he was choosing the drugs over being a father in the home, she gave him the choice to either get off the drugs or choose the drugs and get away from us because he was not able to be the father and the husband that he needed to be as long as drugs were the center of his life. Me seeing that at a young age, my brother was my father figure. So growing up, I'm learning everything on how to respect a man and give a man, that space. And once I got into my situation, I was working. My kid's father at the time, he wasn't able to find a job. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna kick my man while he's down. If I gotta be the one to get out here and work, baby, we gonna make it. We gonna figure it out. We both went to go and apply for Section 8. I was not able to leave work because I was on probation. I had just started that job. And he was like, baby, if one of us get it, we good. the family's good, and I trusted him. I was leading
Okay,
on
I
my
gotta
man
step
to
out for a
lead.
second. I'll be
Hold
right
on,
back.
let me.
No,
What?
y'all keep going. I
No,
gotta step out for a second. I'll be
he
right
gotta
back.
step
No,
out.
listen.
Keep going.
Let
Keep
me
going.
say
Keep going.
this
Cook.
real quick.
Go
Cook.
ahead. Go
Cook.
ahead. Go
Cook.
ahead.
Cook. Keep going.
So shit got bad because it got to the point to where I was holding everything down. I was not cheating. I was being faithful. I was taking care of the home, but he wanted more. He
Hmm.
wanted somebody who could give him money at the drop of a dime. We have children, we have a home. I have to make sure that everything is taken care of first before I'm able to spoil this man.
Right.
And do you know when things got like that and I wasn't able to give to him, the first thing that he did, knowing that we were on Section 8, but he actually was able to go to his appointment and I wasn't, but me trusting that this man is not going to do me dirty, he packed up my things, drove it down to my mom's house with the new girl, told my mother that I love your daughter, I just don't know how to love her the right way. As a mother, I was denied from being with my kids because he chose that. And the only reason why he was even able to do what he was able to do was because he had Section 8. I chose to let him lead. I chose to trust him, have faith in my man, not knowing the whole while that you would betray me.
This first baby daddy, right?
Yeah, Egypt and Jamal
Okay.
dad. To
But
this day, my children live with me now, and I still pay child support for my daughter.
mm,
My daughter has been in the home with me for 2 years, full time,
man, it sounds like
and I
you need
still
to go to
pay
court.
child support for my daughter.
It sounds like you need to go to court, man.
Well, because I had her in Kansas, unfortunately, I'm legally obligated until she turns 18. And if my daughter goes to college, I will still be obligated to pay for it. Which I don't care. I'm not tripping off of it because I'm not bitter. But I'm like, I was forced away from my children, and then him knowing that I had to start over. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? He used that against me.
Hmm.
Well, why would you take them from an unstable house, Nisha, when you gotta find a place? They got their
Hmm.
own rooms here. And as a mother, I'm like, yeah, they do got their own rooms. What if I'm not able to provide them with the same safe space that they have there at
Hmm.
another place?
No, I feel that.
But guess what? While they were with him and up under his roof, both of my children attempted suicide.
Mm,
Both of
Damn.
my children have been physically beaten on and abused by their father. Both of
mm,
their mental health was just really fucked up. And it's
mm,
like, so I understand what he was saying, but it was like when I was forced into that situation, it didn't make it no better.
See, that proves a point that I made earlier
Yeah.
today in the chat room. You
go
know,
ahead, bro.
just because a child goes with their father, that doesn't guarantee a stable and safe environment.
Hmm.
And a whole bunch of dudes railed against me about that, and I was like, "Bro, are y'all serious? Are y'all fucking serious right now? Just
Hmm.
because just because a kid goes with their father, that doesn't guarantee a stable and safe environment because that father, that man may be going through some stuff emotionally and mentally,
Hmm.
which he can in turn take that out on
Hmm.
a kid, take that out on the children.
Parent
Hmm.
He's
parent
going,
alienation.
Yes.
Mm.
yeah.
But what you think? What would you do?
Mm, as far as
Like, if you fell on financial hardships, would you
no,
be
I,
open? Would you be open to giving your son to his daddy? I know the answer. I just want
oh no, no,
to know.
don't even
like
touch no.
I know the answer, babe. But I just want to know.
See, that's another reason why I chose this topic because most women will say will say that right there. No, no,
What,
no.
bro?
Just give me the money. And this is what I go to ask most women too that I can never get an answer on.
Well,
And
what would be the reason behind that? Is it a personal reason? Is it an emotional reason?
I think it's a clutch.
Okay, so we got one, two. I'm looking at three different women on here right now.
But
So let me
no,
ask this question.
hold on. The question
Go
is
ahead,
that
bro.
the question I always wanted to know is
Ask the question. Come on. Be straight, bro. You know how he is on here. We
the
don't sugarcoat it. Come on.
question is, because what she just said was no, and it's like, why?
So
Like,
Well,
why?
okay.
well, let me
But the
let me
question, the
tell you
question, the
why.
question. Hold on. The question is to the ladies: would you want support, or would you want support?
Oh, so basically,
Me
would you want?
personally, I'm gonna let Ebony say. I'm gonna let her answer because you did ask her the question, and then I will let you know my answer to that question about support or support. Go ahead,
So
Ebony.
basically, yeah. Go ahead, mate.
So do I
You
want
got it.
support?
Or
Why you
support.
wouldn't?
Huh?
You want
I
Was
support,
thought
or
you
you
the
wanted
want
her to
answer?
support?
answer the
Support.
question of
Not,
why she wouldn't let
not.
her son
It was
go.
just for every. It was for
Oh,
everybody, but
I,
It's for all women. Go ahead, babe.
I don't like my like I said, my situation different. Like at first we was co-parents, right? So
Hmm.
that wasn't the question. The question was, would you rather want support or support?
She tapping in. Let her cook. Let her cook. Cook, babe.
I'm not gonna that way. No, I don't. I do that. Nobody want this. I got it.
Let's see.
Hey, no. Look, bro. And I'm gonna just be 100 with you because I've experienced this growing up. I've seen this raising kids that aren't mine. So I got a different perspective on it a little bit. What she's basically saying is because I know her situation and I know her situation. So I know Babe's situation, I know Sis' situation. And they basically have dudes that aren't really stepping up like they supposed to as far as being fathers. So when you got a man that is a dad that has kids, but he ain't stepping that way, of course, if a mother falls on financial hardships, she's gonna be very reluctant for you to come in and take custody of this kid because you haven't shown her anything as far as proof that you can handle it without her support or without her help. You see what I'm saying? So if you haven't shown
Um,
this woman, I can do this and I can help you in this area, she's gonna be very reluctant to be like, hey, I'm falling on this and I'm falling on that, and I'm having a hard time with this and that. Can you pick up my slack? You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that
So if
goes
you've
back.
never shown her that,
But that goes back to where to one of the viewers just said, and I feel like what he said, where's my money going? As a father, if I'm sitting here giving you money and you steady sitting here telling me that the lights is about to get cut off and everything like that, that was gonna put me in a, as a father. If I'm there, that's gonna put me in a financial heartache. So why not just get the kid?
okay. Can I
okay.
say something?
that's
Ooh,
I
go
don't.
ahead, sis. Go ahead.
I don't.
Go ahead, sis.
I wouldn't
Go
want
ahead,
him.
sis.
Though. Well,
Wait.
you don't even see your son.
Yeah. So that's my biggest
Ooh.
thing. So I get I get Social Security for my youngest daughter
Mm.
and
Lyric.
for ISIS.
ISIS.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And her father, he suffers from mental health issues, which is why I get Social Security instead of child support.
Hmm.
He signed her up for it. I didn't. But every once in a while, he'd be like, "Well, where's my money going to?" Okay, for one, if you're in the home with your child and you know this yourself is growing up, $300 can go real quick when buying shoes, clothes, socks, and then it's not just basically just what you can see right there. I also need to make sure that she is well groomed. I need to make sure her hair is done. Like just the cost of living right now, what most women are getting for child support don't cover nothing.
Damn sure
So
don't.
then it's like when you say, "Where's my money going?" And I show you I bought a couple of outfits, but I don't get food stamps. So guess what? Your child wanted McDonald's this day, or we had to rush and your child had a field trip. So guess what? I had to buy extra snacks so that way she could have something to eat while she on that field trip. Or if she just randomly want to go out to Chipotle, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? I still got to come home. I still got to make sure that once that money that I did get is gone, she still got uniforms. I'm still going to go wash her clothes. She still got more shoes coming in. She still, what can I help you? I'm on a podcast right now with adults.
Uh,
So it's like, it's more than that. You know what I'm saying? My daughter was sick and she was with her father. He normally gets her on the weekend. I try to encourage him to get her on the weekend.
mm-hmm,
She was sick.
mm-hmm.
He had her overnight and it was in like, hey, she's still sick. You want me to just go ahead and drop her off? You're a father. If you have cough medicine and cold medicine, why not nurse her? Why put that back on me? You know what I'm saying? When she's with me Monday through Friday. So day in and day out, I'm taking care of her. And then you have this small window of time where you get her. And you're telling me that in that moment, you don't feel like you're an adequate enough father to nurse your own child, that you rather just bring her back to me while she's sick. But then you'll complain, I don't spend enough time with her. But guess what?
Okay.
Mama still got to go to work. I still got to pay the bills. I got to go to work. I got to play nurse. I got to play doctor. It's times where I have to clock out of work to go and be there at appointments. I have to go to musicals when she has a special speech and I include him on this stuff. He don't show up. So a lot of women are like, "Yeah, I'd rather you just give me the money because you don't show up when I need you. And sometimes you don't show up when I really need for you to be there for them." Excuse my language, everybody. Fuck me. Be there for your child.
Mm,
If I
Yeah.
don't get to get a break, you shouldn't either. This is our child.
yeah.
Because guess what? When that child get older and they be feeling some type of way, like, nigga, you only got me on the weekend. When your name is nigga and not daddy, then
Right.
it falls back on the mama. What was you telling my kid? No, what was you showing them? You showed them that you want them and you showed them what they mean to you by showing up in the little moments and the big moments. My son had his father walk out on him on his graduation day. And he was so proud. He was willing to throw away all of his tickets for everybody just to make sure that his daddy came. And his dad was mad because one thing that he brought for his son to wear he could not wear as he was crossing the stage. And I had to watch my son cry because the one person who he wanted to just show, like, I did it, dad. I did it. Are you proud of me? Are you finally proud of me? In that moment, couldn't be proud. So it's like we need our men to show up for our children. Show up
Okay.
for your kids. That is not only a representation of me, it's a representation of you.
I'm glad you touched on this. Let me tap in real quick. Um, Men are quick to say that most of their baby mamas are bitter. So it's a reason why they can't see the child, so forth and so forth. I'm gonna give a public.
Man,
I'm gonna give a. I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give a public suffrage announcement. A lot of these baby daddies bitter as a motherfucker.
Hell yeah, of
I'm
course.
I'm gonna I'm gonna keep it a band.
Of
I'm
course.
not attacking men. I'm not attacking women, but men.
Of course.
Most of these fathers are bitter because
man,
the mother doesn't want to be with them in the capacity that they want the mother to be them. You know what I'm saying? They want to deal with the baby mama in a certain area. She don't want to deal with them in that area. When
What you
she
think, Mimi?
addresses that, huh?
What you think, Mimi? You don't want to ain't said nothing.
Oh yeah, you are the only one that ain't said nothing. Am I wrong, sis? Is there not a lot
Hell
of
no.
bitter baby daddies?
It,
For me, I don't,
Come on,
I
come on,
don't
Mimi.
understand. I don't understand the baby daddy, baby mama thing. I have 5 kids, 3 with one guy, 2 with another guy. These are my children's fathers.
Hmm.
I'm not saying I chose great people, but it wasn't always great. So we had to communicate. We had to grow up. We had a lot of learning to do to co-parent and parent our kids. So when you speak of baby daddy, baby mama, I leave that to the adolescent people who have yet to really grasp the thing of parenting. It's hard for me to speak on it because there's so much, negative stuff that comes with it. But when
Hmm.
you can turn around and say that's my kid's father or that's my son's mother, that's totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
all
I
about
feel that.
growth.
I feel
It's
that. I
really
feel
about
that.
growth. So when you're talking about the baby mama, baby daddy, it's always gonna be negative.
Well, I'm using that term as far as like because that's what everybody refers to the parent of their child as. They
And
refer
yeah,
to
what you
baby.
No,
Now, me personally,
I say my kids' fathers, even though, bro, you know what I've been through. I've been
for
disrespected.
sure,
I
for
will
sure, for sure,
always
for sure, for sure.
encourage my children to respect their fathers. At the end of the day, don't judge a
Mhm.
father based off of the relationship I have with him. Judge him based off of the relationship that he has with you.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so
I
like
mean,
Mimi said, it's about growth and communication. It's BD
mhm.
and BM because a lot of people don't want to communicate where they went wrong in relationships. And now you have this child to think about, and you're not thinking about that. You're still stuck on what she did to him or what he did to her. So you can't prioritize and focus on what that child needs from both of y'all.
I mean, I'm not gonna dispute what you saying because, like, if everybody on here pretty much y'all know me. I got 3 kids. I got 3 boys, 3 different women. So I'm dealing with 3 different personalities and so forth and so on. But all 3 of my boys know one thing about me. Daddy is present. I might not be physical because they all in different states. They all in different cities, whatever the case is. But there's not a time or a moment that I don't reach out to talk to them. There's not a time that I don't reach out as far as helping them with whatever they might need because 2 of these kids of mine are teenagers, so they're dating. They're in high school. They got different activities, so forth and so on. But when I feel like their moms are losing their grip and losing their control, and it's certain things that they can't do because a father has to make that happen, then I step in. Case in point, like I said earlier, my oldest son is coming. That is a point where I had to step in. I let her do it. I let her try her way. It hasn't worked. He's gotten worse. He's doing things that even at his age I didn't do. So because I'm seeing that, now I'm stepping in and I'm telling her, no, he needs to come here. You've done everything you can do. It's not working. Now he needs a male influence because you're striking no fear in this kid. This kid is literally in his head like I'm an adult. I can do what I want to do, and my mama can't tell me I can't. But when he hear daddy voice, and then he hear no nigga, you not doing X Y Z, he wants to pipe down. He wants to curl up like, oh shit, I can't do. Yeah, you can't,
So
because I'm not gonna like Go ahead.
I'm glad you're saying this, but before I ask this question though, do y'all believe that without child support, if y'all was to work together, you can get more?
Yes, because
Hmm.
money can only take you so far. Money,
Absolutely.
like money can't teach morals, values, and principles. See, and I tell women this all the time. I can pay you child support all day long, but what is it gonna teach my child? My
Yep.
child needs that the morals, those values, and those principles to stand on. My money is not gonna take care of it. I have to
Yeah.
take care of it. I gotta have a relationship with my child, and I gotta be that parent that's like, okay, you doing this. This ain't how you do this. Move this way, move that way. Do this and do that.
But Jay,
And this
check
is,
this out
you know
though.
what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Being a parent, whether it's mother or father, that requires a certain level of maturity.
Mm,
It
Yes.
does require a certain level of maturity, meaning that you said that now you set yourself, you set everything aside for this child. You
mhm,
sacrifice your comfort
mhm,
for your child.
mhm,
And a lot of dudes and women, this is an equal opportunity right here, opportunity thing. Not some women and some men don't don't evolve into that level of maturity to understand that this is a dual thing. We both have to do this. We both have to step up and step in. And it's a lot of guys that I know that they never reach that level of maturity, and their relationships with their kids suffer. They suffer horribly. And until and I'm saying this whole as a whole. This goes both to both men and women. Until men and women as parents reach that level of maturity to understand that it's no longer about them.
mhm.
Just like Miss Nisha said, fuck me. Do for them. Until they realize it's about them, about the child, that child will always suffer. And it doesn't matter whether it's neglect on the mom's part or neglect on the father's part. Neglect on either side of the boat means
Hmm.
the child suffers regardless. And I said this a while back in a podcast of my own. A child is the whole result of two halves, mother and father. That child has his father, traits of his father, traits of his mother. If that child is not around either one, they're not whole. They're not whole at all. If the father's not in the kid's life, that child isn't whole. If the mother's not in that child's life, that kid's not whole. We have to stop looking at raising kids as a singular thing. It's not a singular thing, it's a dual thing. And it requires both parents to be present. How is that child going to be whole if they only know one half of who they are? They're missing a part of who they are. They can know the mom all they want, but if the dad's not present, they're missing that part of them. That part of them that can show them um, calmness, can um, show them how to temper their anger, or how to be cool and calm and collected in the most dire situations. I'm not saying that a mother can't teach a child that, can't teach a kid that, but a father can teach that child these concepts in a way that not only does it make sense, but also in a much more simplistic fashion. And again, I'm not saying that a mother can't do that, because a mother can. I've seen moms
Mhm.
do that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But a father's influence is is way much more powerful, way much more powerful. And this doesn't diminish the mom.
No, it definitely don't. So let me piggyback on what you said right now, because I don't want to. Like, I know a lot of people that's probably gonna tune in or tuning in right now. They probably thinking like we bashing the mamas or whatever. We're not doing it.
Mm-mm.
I want to send a public service announcement real quick,
Another one.
fellas, fellas. Men that got kids. Your child support is not raising your child. Stop thinking that because you are financially providing for a child, you're raising your child. You're not. You're absolutely not. I don't care how much money you're given. I don't care what your contribution is as far as child support or whatever the case is. That is not raising your child. It's not. So, fellas, please do me the biggest favor. Step up in other ways besides finances. Talk to your kids. Reach out to them. Call them every day. FaceTime them. Text them. I don't care how old they are. I don't care
See,
how old they. I don't care how old they are. And a lot of fellas be like, "Well, my child's only 5 or 6. They can't make a phone call." That's bullshit. And here's why I say that. I got a 6-year-old. This little 6-year-old knows how to tell his mama, "I want to call my daddy," and will call me. He don't care if I'm at work. He don't care if I'm out chilling doing me. He doesn't care. He is quick to say, "Mommy, I want to call my daddy," and she will make the phone call. Even if he doesn't, I still reach out to her like, "Hey, have my son call me or let me know when you get home with him so I can call."
for
Fellas,
some,
please step up in other ways besides finances because your money is not gonna raise your child. And if you think it is, you are sadly mistaken. You
It's
need
a
more than just money to raise your child. Your child needs morals, your child needs values, your child needs principles.
this applies to
It's
grown
only
kids as well.
exactly true,
I
true.
have a
Whether
question.
go ahead.
I would like to circle back to what Frederick said. I'm asking this from a place of, the more you know, the more you grow. I'm one that I like to educate myself. So when you said, I don't remember exactly what you said, so I'm not gonna quote you, but when you were saying that having a father in the midst is more powerful,
Well,
like
I
were
can.
you saying like it's more powerful to have like that father and mother together, or it's more powerful to have like just that overall father experience over like a
overall,
mother trying to parent?
I
No,
would say
it's
overall.
it goes to both mother and father because having both parents there is a powerful tool for their child.
Hmm.
Um, Having them both, not even they don't have to be in the same anywhere as long as they're successfully co-parenting
Hmm.
and co-parenting in a way that the child benefits greatly. Because you can have the craziest co-parenting situations and that child don't benefit at all, and then you can have the greatest co-parenting situation to where that child benefits immensely. It's about, for again, it goes back to the maturity, goes back to understanding what's at stake as far as their child is concerned. If we the question two parents should ask themselves: if we don't raise this child together, what are we exposing this child to? Are we putting this child out here to be? Are we putting this child out here to be naked and not be protected? Because we could, let's face it, any parent that's on this panel, we all know that this world, once these kids come out in this world will chew them up and spit their ass out whole,
Over and over.
not care
Hmm.
about not
Absolutely.
care if they get spit out whole, not care about if they're emotionally or physically damaged. As parents, we have to give them the tools to be able to deal with all that. Mother and father, we have to give these kids, our especially kids of color. We all know how they go. We got
Yeah, I
to give
mean,
these
I
kids
feel
the
that.
tools to fight to be able to fight this world effectively. If
So,
the mother gives them all the tools, but the dad don't give them the masculine tools, that kid's failing.
so, so, so let me,
That kid's failing. Period.
so let me ask you a question. So let me ask you a question. And I'm probably gonna step on some toes with this question, but I don't care.
Come on with it.
uh, the guys that don't show up, the men that aren't there, as far as being father figures for their kids, how should they kids feel towards them? Um,
That's completely up to the child, Jay. I think
I mean, I know that's completely up to the child. Trust me, I get that.
Parent
But
has to accept them.
what I'm saying is this, because I know
What
it's two women.
you
I
say,
know it's
Mimi?
two. What'd you say, Mimi?
Huh?
What'd you say?
What you say?
Oh, I said the parent has to accept the way the child feels,
oh
regardless.
yeah, most definitely. But
For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Because you know you got some parents out here that bash the other parents, so there's some influence into it. What I'm saying is because I know there's two women on here right now to where fathers aren't really there. Okay, so
Excuse me.
Bless you.
with that being the instance, what do we do with these dudes, or how do we educate these dudes that aren't there? How do we educate them to be some type of figure in their kids' lives, even though their kids feel like ugh,
Hold
type
on
shit?
now.
That
Hold on. Just to say some men
Communication.
that's out there, just to say some of them, because there's some out there, some good men out there
well,
that's trying to, that
No,
really
no,
can't
no,
see their men, their
no, no,
kids.
no.
yeah, I
No,
agree,
I'm not
bro.
saying.
I agree.
What I'm saying is what I'm saying. I'm not taking the men that are trying to be there, but they have mother of their children that are doing things to block them from being that. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the men that
Have stepped away
literally,
from their responsibilities and
literally
they,
that. Thank
Yeah,
you. The
yeah.
men that, the
I
men
see
that,
what you're saying, but
I'm talking about the men that they ain't in the picture besides their wallet, so to speak. So
Yeah.
the men that are trying to be there, I'm not talking about them. The men that are trying to be a figure besides what they're able to offer besides money, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the men that literally think my wallet is going to raise my kid. I don't have to be there in no other way, shape, or form.
And they feel
Well,
a sense of entitlement as a
since
parent.
well,
that's the
first of
Thank
thing
all,
you.
that right there,
I'm
that's
talking about
that
them.
that's
that right
Yeah.
delusional ass
there,
thinking.
I don't
that's
think there's
that
anything you can do.
I I agree
They
with
gotta
you.
You said what, Mimi?
they gotta want to change. You
Yup.
can't make nobody do, try to be a way that they just don't agree with. They
Okay,
have to
so
Exactly. And it,
change. There's
Mimi,
nothing
and
you
I agree, Mimi.
can't get together and have a kumbaya and try to teach them because they still have to want to learn to be whatever this other type of sentimental, caring person. They have to want it, and they don't want it.
See,
okay, so now
They don't want it.
if they did, and I'm talking to the women
That's
that's going
that.
through what I just touched on. If they did, women that's going through what I just stated, if that man wanted to be present in those aspects, would you let them?
I would, because at one point in time I loved you enough to conceive a child with you. You know, I feel like I'm very much old school with my values. I feel like if a man wants to step up and be a father to his child, I feel like there are certain things that would give me pushback. Like, if you're not being there because you're holding on to resentment because of our relationship, then that's a personal choice. If you haven't been there because you've been locked up, or you were out here in the streets, or you were doing drugs, or you knew that you possibly being around our child could have been more problematic to our child, and now you've gotten yourself together, you have a mission, you have a purpose, and you want your child to see you at your best so that way you can pour your best into your child, I'm all with it. But I'm going through situations like that right now. Like I said, my youngest daughter, her father, this man has cussed me out. I've been every name in the book because he doesn't have the respect and the relationship that I have with my daughter. He's like, I see the way she treats you. She cries when she has to leave you, and it's because I've been the only consistent thing in her life. That's all she knows. When
We talk
you
about
had, I'm on child support. Neither one of my kids are on child support. And to show you how G I am, even though my child is staying with me, if I was a bitter baby mama, this man done moved on, done cheated on me, done did me dirty. I could have messed up his Section 8, could have messed up his food stamps, could have went after him for back child support, for making me pay child support. But when I forgave him and I let it go, I really let it go. Do what you need to do for our kid. Like I said before, Frederick, fuck me, be there for my kid.
mm,
But if
no, for
you choosing not to step up and be a father because you don't like me, if you choosing not to support your child because, oh, well, your mama gonna be there, you should want her to be there. You should want your child to know that, hey, My mama can't stand my daddy's guts, but guess what? They both gonna be in that dang on auditorium clapping for me
Mhm.
when I have my performance. They both gonna be there at my basketball game. I don't care if they on opposite sides. They both gonna be there because of me. I'm more important.
That
And
goes
Jay,
back
you
to
touched on it. A lot of men are bitter. My baby daddy put me on child support a year after he had left me because I got pregnant by someone else, and he told me I did it in spite. How the hell you get pregnant out of spite? Like, making
I'm
me
not
do
gonna.
Yeah. That is a
No,
thing. Just throwing that out there. That is a thing. Just throwing that out there. That is a thing.
how listen,
Sis, it is a thing. I'm not gonna touch on it. He's right. It is a thing.
listen.
Your situation is different.
If you are purposely trying to get pregnant, that's different. But at the end of the day, God says when and how you gonna have a baby.
That's a
So
thing, though. That is a
it
thing.
you
That is
ain't
a
just
thing.
automatically just gonna lay up with a man and just be like, "Yep, I'm pregnant." Like,
Yeah,
Okay,
that's exactly
okay,
how it
no, no,
happens.
no,
That
hold
is
on, hold on, hold
exactly
on.
how it happens.
Hold on,
I'm
no, no,
sorry.
hold on, no,
I'm
stop, stop,
sorry.
stop,
dang
stop,
it,
stop, stop. No, no,
I'm so,
no, 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 no,
no,
no, no, no, no, no.
dang it.
No, and
all
here's
right.
why
no.
I
All
say this.
right.
Here's why
Okay.
I say this. Just listen to what I'm going to say. I know her personally. Okay, me and Nisha go back since. Ooh, shit. What?
I'm not
Way
talking
back.
about her personally. I'm talking about in
I'm,
general.
it's a thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
Yes.
disputing what you're saying. But in most instances, fellas think like that because the woman has moved on. The woman is doing her, and
Mhm.
she ain't paying attention to none of the advances that you're trying to make because you're trying to get back in her good graces or you're trying to reestablish a relationship with her. Now, from her experience and what she's talking about, sis, I hope you don't mind me saying this. I warned you about these two dudes. I'm just gonna keep it a man. You know I'm gonna keep it truthful. I told you about your first baby daddy when you told me about that
But I
nigga.
met him.
I
But to
told you
be
about the
fair,
second
I
nigga.
knew him before I knew you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know,
yeah.
but I'm saying based off what you told me and based off your experience with the first one, and then when the second one came around, I
Mhm.
told you like, sis, please be careful, cause
Mhm.
I got a feeling about this dude,
Mhm.
and I left it at that. And when dude felt the need to try to check me because he thought I was taking a stance with you that I knew we weren't taking, I'm like, okay, I'm absolutely 100% correct. This is gonna go the way I think it's gonna go, but I'm gonna be there because this the homie. I look at her like a sis, nigga. Fuck what you talking about. I'm gonna ride with her. This is what I'm rocking with.
I got this question before we head out.
What's the
Be,
question?
be, beyond all all the bullshit,
He said,
consider all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Consider all the emotions, the social impacts. How do you? Let me rephrase that. How do these decisions affect the children's well-being, the father's mental health, and overall the family dynamic when it comes to the situations?
Uh. Mm,
It's tough. I think just being honest with what Mimi and Frederick said, when we don't have communication and we don't have growth, it leads to a lot more. If you notice, a lot more of our black and brown teens, they're committing suicide. They're out here doing drugs because they're missing something. And you can come from a broken home and not be as broken, but if you have broken people pouring into you, even in a broken home, it's only going to do what make you more broken. So we have to learn to communicate. We have to learn to grow. Granted, we might not have worked in a relationship, but let's agree that what we brought together, what we made together, we can
Nah,
mutually
for that.
agree that all of our bullshit, like you said, hey, all of our bullshit, we can put that aside to make sure that what we brought into this world don't have the same outlook as we did.
But to add on to
But
that, Riri,
it takes both the mother and the father to be accountable. We have to not only hold one another accountable, but we have to be accountable for our own shit as well, because we're pouring into our kids, and sometimes both men and women, we're pouring negative things into our children unintentionally because we're still broken and we're not letting that broken part heal.
yeah. And
Mm.
to piggyback on what you said, Miss Nietzsche, I mean
Hmm.
it goes back to the level of maturity. Goes back to the
Mm-hmm.
maturity thing. But also the other thing to piggyback on what you said about responsibility, we the minute we have a kid, minute we bring a kid into this world, we have a responsibility to that child. We're accountable to that child. And the minute we shrug off our responsibility, we to that child, it makes us less accountable in that child's eyes, in the child's eyes. Because now we're not responsible enough to be an upstanding parent to that child, and now that child looks at us differently than what they may have looked at before. Because it can there's situations where the kid would if I would the parent is in the home, and then all of a sudden, boom, something bad happens. Now they're separated, and now child doesn't see the other parent that much, but you still have a responsibility to that child, regardless if you both parents are together or not together, and you still are accountable to that child, because when you're not there, that child fucks up. That again, that's even though it's the child's choice, that's a reflection on you as a parent. Is a
Mm-hmm.
whether the child does good or whether the child does bad. It's a direct reflection on you as a parent. So we can applaud the child's accomplishments, good, or we can condone whatever they do bad. But at the same time, but in the same instance, it goes back to and I put this in the form of a question. And I asked this to a bunch of gentlemen on a podcast of mine. What are you pouring into? What are you pouring into your child? What things are you pouring into your child? Are you teaching this child right ways of living? Are you teaching this child temperance? Are you teaching and this goes for either a son or a daughter, because right ways of living and temperance can be taught to both men, can be taught to both girls and boys. What are you
Mm-hmm.
teaching the child? What are you pouring into your child? Whatever you pour into that child, that's what they're gonna pour out. You pour good stuff into the child, good things go good that good things come out of it. You pour bullshit into a child, bullshit comes out of it.
Nah,
Garbage
for
in,
real.
garbage out.
Nah, I feel that. Babe, what
Yeah.
you think? You been quiet this whole time.
But I agree.
I mean, and I
You been quiet as
and again,
hell.
I say this from a aspect of a parent who wasn't always around for
Mm-hmm.
my kids. So, and Jay knows part of that situation too. Some
For
now
sure.
for me, it came to the point of me realizing that I was the immature one in this, in especially with my daughter. With my daughter's situation, I was the immature one,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then years later, when she got married, and I had the pleasure of being present at her wedding. My daughter said, "Well, you can't walk me down. My mom's gonna walk me down. I don't give a shit. I'm just glad you invited me. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't gotta walk. I ain't gotta walk you down the aisle. I'm just glad you invited me." And then I
For sure.
had the opportunity to sit down with both of them, both
Mm-hmm.
her and her mom. And her mom explained to me the reasons as to why she had to leave with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately understood it because it was on me. She didn't know she knew at the time I was very unstable, and she didn't want to put her daughter in that situation, me being an unstable person, and that would have jeopardized her outlook or her quality of life. And I
I
understood that.
feel that.
And
No, I
the other
feel
thing
that.
I think
So
we have to realize is
go
that
ahead, Kurt.
our
Mm-hmm.
when fathers leave their kids, that child's quality of life suffers big
I
time.
know for sure. Oh, for sure.
Because
I'm so like this. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
when that quality of life goes down, now you have things like depression. Then you have
Mm-hmm.
despondency.
Mm-hmm.
Then the
Mhm.
chances of that child committing suicide, those things go way up when that
Mhm.
child's quality of life goes
Mhm.
down. Having both parents in there increases that kid's quality of life. And now both parents are able to see certain things that child goes through, and they can cut it off at the pass.
Mhm.
Like I said, I mean,
No, I feel that. I feel
it,
that, bro. You touching
again,
on some shit.
it's
Like,
maturity, man. We up,
okay,
I,
so let me ask you a question before we get up off here, because I know I ain't probably finna end the show real quick. But let me ask you this last question,
go ahead, man.
and this for the women that are dealing with fathers that are not present. If that man got his act together and came back around and wanted to be a part of the child's life in the capacity that you want him to be, would you deny him, knowing his history, babe?
You know where the courthouse is. You could go right on down there. Because I know
Damn.
that's it. Other than
No,
close to me,
no, I
we
know why she.
all
I
time,
know her situation, so I know why she said that.
and that's just me keeping it real. Like
Yeah, nah.
other
Go
than
ahead, man.
niggas
It
do that,
must have been a
you
real fucked up
know,
situation you went through.
No, she
Exactly.
no dead ass. If you knew her situation, you would understand why she taking this. Like, and I don't mean to down talk, bro, because I really don't know the nigga like that. But at the same time, I know the situation she's going through. This nigga, nah, yeah, she would definitely go through the court system. Definitely,
yeah,
like because he's shown
it's
not one sign that he wants to be there for his kid.
not my baby either. So it's a must. Everything need to be court documented when it comes to him.
Facts,
Because the same,
facts.
I will, I will go off the radar for my baby, and that's it.
I get that.
Is he
So
dangerous?
yeah,
No, it's not.
it's
He.
No, I asked that because she said I go out the radar. That means she protecting her baby, or
yeah, yeah.
so
Like, and
it
being
made it seem like he was dangerous. That's all.
for
I'm
four
sorry.
years already, I don't know you. I haven't seen or heard from you in 4 years, so I don't know you like I do. There you go. Okay.
But I was about to say, man, I didn't want you to get too personal, but yeah, she just said it. Like the nigga ain't been there for 4 years, so I mean, how
But
else
I
is she
Oh,
mean,
I
supposed to
know
take
as
it?
far as
but
I mean, that's why I said okay. When she said that 4 years, they ain't seen him in four
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Maybe
I'm
don't know. I
like,
get it.
come on, bro. Like with him and they situation, I get it. She gonna look at this nigga with the side eye, like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we gonna have to get the courts involved. I get that. You know what I'm saying? That situation makes sense. All I'm saying is like, okay, if you got the average father or dad or whatever the fuck you want to call him, if he ain't on the shit that he on and he want to be active, how many women would be like, okay, let's see what you got. Let's see if you can live up to it. And now, if you give him the chance and he don't live up to it, then you have every right to, you know what I'm saying, be like, no, nigga, this not what we doing.
Jay, that's like what you just said. That's high. And I'm saying this just to kind of put that out there. That's highly subjective because everybody, because again, human beings are not a monolith. So
No, for sure.
change
I'm
behavior has to be seen and demonstrated for that to go for
right.
even that to go down. But now,
No, I feel that.
objectively speaking, based upon Miss Ebony's situation, I mean, again, change behavior has to be seen. You got. I mean, I'm not gonna. You're not gonna just.
But
You're not gonna just waltz in here and think that everything's honky dory from 4 years back. Nah, bruh.
well,
I need to see change
I
behavior.
mean, I'm gonna be. I mean, and I'm just being transparent. And she ain't never heard me say it, but I'm finna say this out loud, and I don't care. Dude ain't been around for 4 years. Okay,
True.
this is my woman. This is my lady. I know about her son. I know about their history. I know about everything. If that man was to come to her right now and say he wants to be in his son's life, that he wants to be there as a father, I'm going to tell her he needs to show you. His
As
words
you
mean
should.
absolutely. His words mean absolutely nothing.
Oh, actions speak like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
actions speak.
I
But
need to
again,
But
see
see,
like, and I'm just coming from a standpoint that. I'm a father, okay, and I'm not physically there for my kids, but I'm there. So the fact that you haven't been there in that capacity for 4 years, and then you think you're gonna spring up and be like, "Oh, I want to be there." No, you're gonna have
Nah,
to show her.
it's
I
gonna
need
it's,
to see something
we got it, this gonna be
because
a
until we see something, babe, please don't take this the wrong way. But until we see something, bro, I'm gonna step into your shoes right now. And I ain't even met the little guy yet. I
but
know about him. I've heard him like on our FaceTime calls, but I hear this kid. He's so energetic. He sounds like a good kid. He
Mm-hmm.
really do. Like he sounds like your average, you know what I'm saying, kid.
Mhm.
He's just missing a father figure, and it's because this nigga is doing whatever the fuck he's doing, and he's taking whatever stance he's taking. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So me being her man, yeah, nigga, you gotta show not only her, but you gotta show me something too, bro.
but
Because until
Also,
we see something different, it's like I'm not gonna let you come in and try to present yourself like, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then you fall short and you disappoint this child.
but just like you said, Jay, show me and prove that that particular thing requires an element of time.
yeah,
Exactly.
and
You
trust.
gotta really see
That's
them. You
why,
gotta really
like,
see yourself.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit. I mean, hey, if she came to me tomorrow and was like, babe, he said XYZ. Okay, he need to show you something.
Yeah, cautious. I mean, cautious
And if
optimism.
she wa- and if she want to take the time to get him to prove it, then okay, I'm gonna support her.
yeah.
But in the time frame that she has set, if he ain't shown it, guess
Then
what? I'm rocking however she rock it.
Mhm.
then I mean then take
Jay, can I say
then you take
something
action.
before
Go
you?
ahead, sis. Go ahead, sis.
Okay,
Go ahead, sis.
I do understand, and like you were saying, history will impact it as well.
Hmm.
Unfortunately,
Hmm.
my
Hmm.
history with both of my kids' fathers.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
going through domestic violence. But again, like I said previously, I tell my kids, don't judge your father based off of his relationship with me. Judge him based off of his relationship with you. My older kids are old enough to where they have phones. So if he wants to reach out and talk to them, he's more than welcome to. Is he welcome to pull up down to my house? Sometimes no, but that's based off of his actions. When you
Right.
disrespect my home and you disrespect my peace, no, you're not welcome. You call my kids, you find a place to meet up, and y'all can meet up because this is where I pay my bills at.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you want to be a father, like you said, your youngest baby, he's old enough to where he can be like, "Mama, call my daddy." My daughter, she has a phone too. If he wants to call her and be there, hey, I want to take my daughter to school this day, or I just want to come and get her, spend some time with her. It's about showing and proving. Be consistent.
No, for sure. No, for sure. And to piggyback off what you saying, like I watch your kids grow up from the background, from behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I know what you go through with their fathers and shit like that. Um, I know that these kids are old enough to know what their fathers are capable of,
Yeah. Like I said, both
and
of
I
my
know,
kids up under their
and
father's roof, they both dealt with attempting suicide. When they got
but
down here with me, I'm like, we gonna talk about it. I
hmm
can't force y'all to have a relationship with y'all dad, but my father is no longer here. But before he died, I made peace with him. I forgave him for not being able to get off of the drugs long enough to have a long term stable relationship with me. I genuinely forgave him and I gave him peace. My
no,
brother didn't
I feel
forgive him,
that.
and now my brother is living in hell. You know,
No, that's how it goes because
I
my two
wasn't
oldest kids,
finished, Jay.
like I'm just, my bad, but I'm gonna just, cause I'm piggybacking off what you're saying, cause it's funny.
I wasn't
Cause
done
I'm,
yet, though, bro.
go ahead. No, finish what you saying, sis. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But I was giving an example of what Freddie was saying, like, um, what you pour into them. Granted, their father, he did have them and he did try to keep me away from them. But once it got to the point to where I was no longer scared, I was no longer intimidated, you couldn't use my past against me. So it's like, no, nigga, if I want to, I can come and take my kids and then I could put you in jail. I could do XYZ. Then it was like once I started to threaten him, like most women would do, then it's like, okay, you can have the kids. They can come with you. You can do that because now I'm doing the things that most men have to deal with as opposed to trying to be mature about it and communicate.
Hmm. No,
But again, like I said, since my kids have been with me, not only have both my daughter, she's about to graduate this year. My son graduated. I have no grandchildren. I ain't got no police records. My babies have never been to prison. My babies ain't out here on drugs. They're losing friends and going to funerals from people that are dying of OD and just not having that balance there. But yet my babies are still here and God still got them covered and protected. And even now, even though I do not like their father, I still pray for that man every night and I pray that God brings him to a place where he can make peace with his children before God decides to take him home because they deserve that. They deserve to have a father.
Yeah,
hmm.
And if he don't
for
No,
want it
sure.
for himself, I want it for him and my kids.
no, I feel that. This is why I gave the PSA that I gave earlier. This is why I'm trying to tap in with these men that are struggling with whatever they're struggling with to where it's keeping them from being a certain figure as far as fathers when they with their kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? I go through my own shit with my two oldest boys. Like, I'm looking at my middle son right now. He's going through some things. He's done some things I wish he would have waited to do. He's active in some things I wish he wasn't active in. And I'm like, okay, but he comes to me to talk to me about it. He's, Dad, how do I do this? How do I do that? He don't want to talk to his mama, so to speak. And I'm just like, I'm coaching him. And she's like, she's always thanking me for being there for him in that capacity. And I'm like, this is my son. I know you're married. I know you got a husband. So your husband should take a certain role because I'm not there physically. And he is. My son isn't gravitating to your husband. He wants to reach out to me. So when he does, yes, we don't have the relationship that he might have with your husband, but we have a relationship where he's like, man, that's my daddy. I'm gonna go see what my dad thinks before he goes to your husband. She feels a way about that. I don't care because at the end of the day, I'm like, this is still my son.
But why should she feel?
So
Why should she feel a way about that? I mean, let's. I mean,
because
let's just.
because you gotta, but she feels a way because her husband feels a way. Let's be real.
I mean,
Like, come on, let's be real.
your kid,
You
but
know
your kid
most,
getting the best. I
you
mean,
know,
but your
Fred.
kid
Come
getting
on,
the
bro.
kind of sort of getting the best of both worlds. I get that.
I know, I get it, but Fred, you know most dudes don't think that way.
Of course not. You know what I'm saying? Of
Let's
course
let's
not.
let's let's like let's be real. Like me personally, I look at the situation like this. You're married, you got a husband. So he's got a man and a male figure that is predominant in his life 24/7, 365, because I'm not there.
Mhm.
So he has an influence. He prefers not to pay attention to that because his mentality is, okay, yeah, but you're setting the wrong example.
Yeah,
So
that can
I'm
be
gonna go. So I'm gonna
detrimental.
go. So I'm gonna go to my dad,
That can be
and she
detrimental.
feels a way, and she does sometimes feels a way about it. And I have to tell her like, you got to understand his mentality. This kid had me literally for the first 7 to 8 years of his life. I was all he knew. Now you got this dude who he really don't know, who isn't really trying to get to know him, but because he's your husband, he's accepting him.
Yeah, that's an adjustment.
You see what I'm saying? He's making the adjustment. But when he comes across certain things that he wants to deal with and certain things he wants advice on, he's reaching out to someone who's familiar with me.
See, that's the thing. Like, I grew up with both parents. Uh, my dad,
Mm,
he was always at work, so he was never around.
Right.
But my stepdad is the one pretty much taught me some things, taught me how to fish, took me out of town, and did all that shit. So when it comes to scenarios and situations like that, it's good for a kid to have that backbone support with another parent. I
Mm-hmm.
say this because growing up, rest he was still here. Uh, growing up,
yeah, recipe
you know,
pops.
what I'm saying, growing up, we we didn't see eye to eye until I was damn near 15. He got with my mama and then I was like 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So we was bumping heads constantly all the way up to like freshman, sophomore, when I got the job corps. When I
Oh
was in the
yeah,
job
when we
corps.
first met.
So when I got the job corps, they was couldn't handle it. I was out everywhere. So then it was like he was on my ass. But I never realized he was only just looking out for me, you know.
Yeah.
Like if I would have known what he was doing then, that would have my ace boom coon. Like we would have been rocking, 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 rocking. All I had to do is just tell you where I was, and you could have had my back when I wasn't supposed to be somewhere, and you kind of got me
Yep.
instead of getting in trouble. That's all I had to do. Oh damn, shit. All right, pop, shit. That's all you had to do is tell me. You know what I'm saying? But still, hard headed, wanted to get an attitude, be the belligerent, thinking I know everything. That's what some men get the. Oh, bro, you got to take care, control your kids, this and that and the other, and all that and that nature. So, like, it's good. Like, it takes a village to raise some kids, and I feel
Hell
like
yeah.
that's good for somebody that's willing, even for a stepchild or whatsoever. That's willing to be there. You know what I'm saying? It saves a lot to a child. Like, I wish I could have went to you know, my son's football games, basketball games, stuff like that. Just to support him. It's mothers that got kids out here that won't even go to their kids' football games to go support their kids, but want to be, oh, when he get to the NFL, we gonna be something. Like, bro, you even never there. Like, how
Hmm.
you gonna like? Come on now, like some parents can't even talk about the daddies because they just as bad.
Yeah,
The mothers just as bad. So,
That's true.
and you're
I
That's
right.
true. That
Because
you right.
it was times where I wasn't able to go to my kids' football games because not only was I the one that was working, and I'm not knocking him because I know a bunch of hustlers. I'm not knocking how you get your money, but different strokes for different folks.
Word.
I know I gotta earn mine this way, but I always made the effort to. But then it got to a point also where my son was being threatened not to tell me where his football games was just because his daddy didn't want to see me. So it's like I definitely hear what you're saying, and I'm like maybe one in maybe like 95% of the women that have to go through this, where it's the bitter baby daddy and not the bitter baby mama.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's
And
vice
it's
versa.
unfortunate, but a lot of this it starts by what Mimi said. We have to educate ourselves. We have to grow. We have to be mature. And what Frederick said, we have to pour. We of course you don't want to just feed your kids a false narrative, but if you can pour everything good that is in you into that child, then it does make a bigger impact than when you're pouring what you got left and you are broken.
Man,
Yeah,
broken people keep
No, I
other
feel
people
that.
broken.
Yeah,
Big time.
because even now, my kids, like I said, my daughter, she's about to graduate. It's her senior year. She had a musical performance. Her dad lives maybe like a mile away from her school. I stay in the city.
He
My
ain't
daughter
so
gets
deep.
transportation to go out to that school because she's been such a stellar student. He stay less than a mile away from that school.
He
Has
ain't
not
so
come
deep.
seen anything that she's done
Mm-hmm.
because he didn't want to be around me. But I'm
It
like,
be like,
I'm
yeah, it
telling
be
you,
like
That's
that.
I
that's
don't.
clown behavior.
I wish you the best. Like, be happy. Don't
Now you
worry about
gotta
me. Just worry about your child. Be there for her.
Fred, and Nisha. It says Fred. It says I'm just being 100 with you. You gotta
Mm,
realize some dudes are not that mature.
yeah. But guess what my
There
daughter
are
told me
certain
that night? Guess what my
what.
daughter told me that night? She had a show 3 nights. And she was
Mm-hmm.
like, Mama, you was here opening night after you got off work. Saturday, I told her I was
Mm-hmm.
tired, but I still made it the opening night and the last night. Her dad was
Hmm.
supposed to come Friday. He didn't come because what Mike Tyson and Jake
Man,
Paul
Right.
was
Yeah.
fighting.
Okay.
bro,
Okay. Okay.
clown
And
behavior.
she said, Mama, it's more important to me to know the people who I saw once the lights came on
Mm.
versus who weren't there
Mm. So
when the lights
I
were
ain't,
off.
hey,
Kids remember
you
that.
tell her I ain't mad at her. You tell her keep that head.
Children
Tell her
remember.
Yeah,
keep that head on her shoulders. I'm not mad at that at all.
Kids,
Cause
man,
I
kids
mean,
remember that, Jay. Kids remember
when you
that.
yeah.
when it come, like real shit. And this is why
I told her
this
right
is
now,
why.
like, when you get your tickets, granted, I'm paying for your senior packet, but I want you to invite people. You're not obligated to invite me just because I'm your parent. You're
Exactly.
not obligated to invite me just because I'm your auntie or whatever. You invite people that you want to be there when you are celebrating yourself. And she said, Mama, so
Nah,
you
for
won't
sure.
fight me if my dad's not on here. I said, normally I would, but it is your choice to have whoever you want there to celebrate you. And she said, if he can't celebrate me in the small moments, he doesn't deserve to be there to celebrate me in a big moment.
Mm,
Kids remember those things. They remember
Yeah.
nah,
when
for
a
sure.
parent isn't
For sure.
around, and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
they lock that away in their memory. And
Hmm.
the moment the
Oh,
you only got a couple of times to fuck up with a kid. You only got a couple of times to fuck up with a kid.
but
After
so
that,
what's this?
you are no longer even you dead
No,
to them.
you right. You right. So watch this. I'm gonna ask a question, babe.
Go ahead.
Babe, what you gonna do if your baby daddy decides to be there for a special event that your son got going on? You gonna let him if your son say he don't want him around, or what you gonna do?
That's
What
my
if the son invites him?
Like if your son invites your baby daddy to an event he got going on, you gonna let him attend, or you gonna be reluctant?
yes, yeah, because
I mean, yeah, even though I don't, yeah,
because
like we not gonna, but I'm just saying, like
I,
if your son like has something special going on,
I mean,
you let
I ain't gonna be like that. I mean, that's it. That's
you're not gonna deny him.
huh?
You're not gonna deny him.
No, not if you want him to be there.
Yeah, you come together for the best interest of your kids. I mean,
Yeah,
you put all the roots to the side.
Right, and see that right there. That's what makes me even further like look at these dudes that don't want to be around and don't want to be in the picture. Like it makes me look at them differently. Like what the fuck y'all got going on? What is so more important than your child? It can't be anything.
You
You feel me? Like nothing. Like when your child got something going on, you should drop whatever it is that you got going on and be there for your child. And if
Jay,
you
you know
can't
you
do
asking a
this, something
rhetorical
wrong with
question,
you.
right?
What you mean?
You know you're asking a rhetorical question, right?
I said what you mean. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying,
Elaborate.
but you know the question that you just asked. That's a rhetorical question.
It really
But,
was. But
I mean, it was, but it wasn't.
the
No, no, it's a rhetorical
it
question.
was. It
It's a
was.
rhetorical
It
question
was.
because
But
you're asking you're asking a question that only a certain percentage of dudes can answer. A certain percentage of dudes can answer. And when I say a certain percentage, that is probably going to be less, probably going to be less than 50%. No, I'll take that back. I'll take that back. It'll be around maybe 65%, but probably no high, but no higher than 75%. So you're asking a question that only 75% of dudes can answer,
Hmm.
and then the other 25% ain't got no fucking clue, or they don't care, or they don't want to care.
Hey, guess what? So you know what? The other 25%. You know what I got to say on that? That sounds like a personal problem.
It's a personal problem, but it's not. But again, like the
That
brother
sound
mentioned,
that sound like something. That sound like something they need to do. Because at the end
exactly.
of the day, I'm me just personally speaking. There's no excuse.
It ain't.
If you got a kid,
We know that.
if you have a kid, if you got a kid, bro, you should be there in some capacity other
We
than just money.
we know that.
It's like finances is not raising a kid. I don't care.
Well,
I don't care. Like, and I'm speaking from experience. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier in this podcast and in this episode, like my dad ain't been there. You know what I'm saying? I'm damn near 40. I'll be 39. I'll be 39 in 2 months.
Nigga, ooh,
Okay, so do the math on how
oh,
long it's been since I've been around my pops and I've actually seen this man
and the funny part about
physically
that,
in the
Jay,
flesh and like you know what I'm saying. This man ain't been there. Like so when it come to these dudes that take this stance, like I can't be there for my kid. No, you can. You're choosing not to
it's a
because
choice,
my pops could have been there.
man. Just
He
thinking
chose
about
not to.
just thinking about that, Jay, brain takes me back to kind of those situations to where, and I've known Jay for a while, for quite a while, and I
Nigga,
must,
nigga,
I ain't gonna,
nigga,
I
no,
ain't gonna
no,
say how
no,
many
we
years we
ain't,
know each
no,
other.
no, 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 we're gonna go, no. You ain't finna sugarcoat this shit. If we
Oh, I
gonna
know,
put it
but I
out
know
there,
we
you've
known each
known
other
me
for a long ass
since
time.
I was, ooh, 10, 11,
Yeah, 10, 11, no, 10, 10.
10. So 96.
Yeah, and I was around when Jay had these situations to where he, you know, his
You know, so you know,
his his mo- his,
know,
his mom and his
you
dad
know
they would talk, and his dad would
that,
promise to come around, and this nigga won't show
and
up,
never, hey, when
and
I say never showed up, never showed up. He
and the
would tell
shit,
my mama all the time, oh, I'm gonna come see my son. Never showed up.
and
The
you
one
see,
time, the one time I saw him was right after I graduated in
yeah,
'05.
bro.
Literally, right after I graduated high school, bro. It was like literally 2 to 3 months after I graduated, he showed up. And the only reason why he showed up was because somebody told him or he thought that I didn't graduate. So he showed up at a job I was working at. We had a conversation.
Too little,
I
too
let him
late.
know, like, I let him know, like, no, I graduated and this is what I'm doing. I haven't seen that man face to face since then.
So,
Like, he got grandkids and everything, and we don't talk.
bro,
We don't like, and when we do communicate, it's because he might have heard something or he might feel something.
see what I'm saying?
So he'll reach out to see what I'm doing, and
See,
then when he see what I got going on, he'll be like, "Oh, okay, my son good, my son straight."
man,
That's the last. That'll be the last I hear from him.
look,
You see what I'm saying?
that's why I'm
Like,
glad I have a,
so this is why I'm like, it's why I take the stance on these dudes. It's like, hey man, when y'all think y'all can't be there for y'all kids, yes I can. Y'all just got to take the initiative.
and find
Stop,
resources.
find your
Yeah,
resources. You know what I'm saying? Take your initiative. Stop blaming the moms and saying the moms is the reason why you can't be there. No, you can be there, bro. You can definitely be there, but you got to show that mama something other than what she's seen. Because a
see,
lot of these moms that y'all got kids with, y'all have shown them y'all aren't really capable of being there. So you can't be mad
Yeah,
at her for taking the stance that she's taking and looking at you in the instance that she's looking at you in.
yeah. We about to wrap this one up, y'all, ladies and gents. I thank everybody that did tune in and listen. We appreciate y'all. Uh, Again, at the end of the day, the best decision is the one that considers the well-being of the children's stability of the family. But the emotion health that involves everyone. Um, there's difficult choices when there's just one-sided answers. It's important to keep that honest decision, and prioritize everybody's interests when it comes to the children, the best interest of the children. But uh, I'd like to have everybody back on. If everybody come back on next week, I actually got two subjects. I got an extra subject I want to have. Um,
I got small muscle. Remember? I did. I did.
okay, Mars.
Hey, Fred, I'm not
Damn
finna
it.
fucking play with you, bro. I seen that comment. But nah, hey, little Aiden, you know what I'm saying? Tap in with you on what you saying, bro. Next week is gonna be another banger. Next week is
Yeah.
definitely gonna be another banger.
What's the
Like I
subject?
said,
What's the subject?
So,
I got
what's the
two.
subject?
Yeah.
I got two that I'm working on right now. One, I don't know for sure if I actually want to do this one or not, but the one I do got for sure, it was in the wife's group. Um, Somebody had posted, niggas need to learn how to transition from being hood to professional, pretty much. And I wanted to actually touch in on that because I feel like that's a good conversation, and somebody they actually wanted to have it inside her group. So
Hey, I'm not gonna cap.
Woo.
That should definitely be the subject for next week. Bring her in,
That shit.
and I'm not gonna lie. Unc said he wanted in on that subject,
Ooh, damn. That's
and
gonna be
so
Unc said he wanted in on that subject because he had to transition from a street dude to what he doing. So
that man.
I think he and Fred, you know which uncle I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So I think he'll be perfect for that. But
uh, I,
yeah, I think that'll be a dope subject.
I might just run two back to back. I'm not for sure, or I might
So we
just
doing
do.
after hours next week? We doing after
I
hours?
wouldn't say it'd be an after hours. I would say one just be before the other.
What was the
Okay.
other subject you had in mind?
Yeah, what's the
The
other one?
one, this other one I had in mind, I'm not sure if I actually want to do it. I
What
got
is it?
What
if
is it?
I do, hear me out, man. Let me talk. Let me talk.
My bad, my bad, my bad. My bad, fam. My bad, fam.
Dang.
Come on,
I'm
we interested.
I'm not sure if I actually want to do it. If I do it, I would like to have some more ladies tune in to bring, or at least bring the ladies back. You know what I'm saying? Because uh, I had it wrote down.
You coming back next week?
Co-parenting strategies for maintaining possible relationships for the sake of the children. Don't
I'm all
Mm.
over
Yeah.
that. I'm
You
all over that.
tuning in? You with that next week?
Yeah,
You're gonna have to
About
do dudes
co-parenting?
and
You
girls for
cool with
that one,
talking
bro.
about co-parenting?
yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be a heavy
Okay.
subject, dog.
That's definitely go. But I see why he want female perspectives. That's gonna be a crazy topic.
Yeah, that's gonna drop heavy. That's
Yeah,
gonna drop
I
heavy.
think we should run. I think we should run with that, and then the street nigga shit should be the
I don't
after
know.
hours
I think I might just run both of them together.
at the same time.
Yeah, I might just do
All right,
both of them together.
so if you gonna do that, let me host and you co-host. So me and you like tag team.
That's fine.
That's
Let's do it like that. So I'll host it, but you know what I'm saying. You'll be my co-host. We'll tag team on it. Babe, you say you gonna tap in?
Yeah,
You good with that?
yeah, cool.
damn. That second subject, that's gonna
Man, that's second subject gonna be crazy.
that's gonna
That's gonna be a man. That's gonna ruffle some feathers for real. But
I
hey,
might
like I've
see.
been telling everybody, this is what we talk about. This is what we do
I,
on this podcast.
I might see if I can tap it in and see if I can go live on TikTok from our power thing. So
Okay,
Yeah, you
because
should.
I think that'll be the TikTok will be cool. What you say, man?
I should do that. You probably get more viewers on the TikTok.
hmm
I'm
yeah,
about to say because I know you got hella
yeah.
viewers on your TikTok.
Yeah, I got a lot of followers, so
I was
I
about to say, yeah, I know you got a lot of
It's
followers
so
on
probably
I
like
You
can
got a lot
actually
of followers on Facebook too, though.
yeah.
tag in or go live on here from TikTok.
TikTok. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to tap
So
in.
I
Everybody got
don't.
a TikTok on here, right?
Yep, I do.
You
Well,
got a
you just don't.
TikTok, babe? I
You
know you
don't
got a
need it.
TikTok.
You ain't gonna need a TikTok anyway because simple fact is, like I said, I can just tap in from right here. Everybody can just tap in from TikTok from right here on the panel.
Okay, bet.
That
Okay,
works.
yeah. So yeah, okay, so yeah, next week let's run it through TikTok and any other platforms you want to run it through, bro.
Whew. I'm out to yeah, I'm out to be here for that second subject because god
Oh,
damn.
for sure, for sure.
That
Yeah, you definitely. Hey, you definitely gonna have to tap in. You part of the family now.
that shit.
Like I like I said,
That's
like
what
I
you
said,
get for tapping in tonight. Yeah,
like
you
I
part of the fam now.
like I said, I be trying to make touch on real life subjects that I even been through, or I done already seen and witnessed somebody go through. So
Hmm.
from
Hmm.
that being said, uh, that damn dog.
No, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. We ain't worried about it. You know how dogs be.
Yeah, but uh, I would like to before we head out, stay tuned for the wine. I am gonna be making some wine this weekend, so the wine will be done by
Okay.
at least I'm trying to have something done by Christmas. So
Okay.
uh that's what's
Got the
up.
got the
Um
wine coming out.
yeah, I'm trying to have
Oh
something
yeah,
done by
watch out now.
Christmas.
All right.
Um
Soon as you get done with that wine and it's ready to go and ship out, let me know. You already. I got some people willing to tap in with it.
yeah. Um the engravings, I'm still doing the engravings. Uh
Hmm.
I do got a thing on. If I noticed I changed the name from Men Talk Podcast to Spotlight
I,
Podcast.
I
Yeah.
seen
Uh
that. I seen that. Congrats to that.
uh since you said you trying to do man cave, I go ahead and
Yeah,
graduate and step on up.
we
I'm
gonna do the man
I'm
cave.
about to Miss Lady, if I can use some of your followers, that would be nice if you can help out. I'm looking for
Yeah,
Bad.
some business owners,
yeah.
um,
Um,
any
uh,
rap, any artists or anybody that got a product, that got selling a weave or something. They got a weave brand. Trying to sell some hair. I'm with it. If they want
Oh
to,
shit, if that's the case, bro. I mean, there's a few independent artists I know around here that I've
We'll
actually
tap.
talked with.
tell
We'll
them to
tap
tap
in with them.
in,
Tell them
tap,
tap in with us. You
tell
know
them
what
to tap
I'm saying?
in. I'm willing to. I'm trying to do.
Bring them in.
I'm trying to use Spotlight Podcast just for interviews only, just for entrepreneurs and people, that do music or at least got a product, they're trying to sell or trying to
Hmm.
get out there, whatever, or
Oh
just got a
shit.
Hmm.
business, restaurant, or any type of business, masseuse, anything.
Oh
That's you,
shit.
Yeah.
and you want to get it out there. Tap
Oh,
in with me.
I'm about to funnel a whole bunch of people your way then.
hey, bro.
Yeah,
And I don't even mean to toot your horn, but nigga, I'm finna toot your horn a little bit. I'm finna brag on you just a tad bit, just a tad bit.
that's what's up.
Bro, you said the wine coming out, so y'all stay tuned for the wine. His engraving business, he got that going on. Bro been tapping in and been working behind the scenes. We got a clothing line on the way.
Oh
We
shit.
got family. We got the Family First podcast clothing line coming through. We working on some pieces, some hoodies, socks, beanies, stuff like that. Um, Once we get that going, we're gonna get the tailor made clothing line going, which is my brand. So we're gonna get that going as soon as Family Podcast take off. Anybody that has a brand that they want to promote, please let us know and tap in with us. And we can also turn your shit into a clothing line as well. We can have you be a part of his wine line if you want to. But bro is really getting ready to put some people on. He ain't being selfish. He's extending the helping hand. So if you really want to get yourself out there and you want to put your name out there and you want to put your brand out there, please tap in with us and let us know what y'all got going on.
Like I told everybody, shit, you helping me, I'm helping you. I'm new to this. This is where you new to this. You up and coming artist. I'm an up and coming podcast artist. So we in the same fucking
Facts.
boat. Let's help each other. At that point
On
of being
God.
said, you know what I'm saying, baby, you got anything you want to say, mama?
I guess tune in. I got a new episode dropping tomorrow night. It actually is on co-parenting. It's one of my stories on learning how to co-parent. Um, Other than that, shit, just stay tuned. It's always something new coming.
You gonna tell them where they can find you at?
Free My Mind on Spotify or YouTube. It's FreeMind. Or Facebook, or join a private group. The episodes go in a private group, but they do not go anywhere else. So you'll get snippets here and there. But yeah, just look me up.
That's what's up.
Baby, anything you want to say? You don't want nobody following you or nothing like that?
Hmm.
You don't want nobody to follow you or tap in with you? No, hell no, we don't want nobody to follow you and tap in
Man,
with you.
what
Why
Hell
not?
no.
man, boy, what the hell, man?
Why not?
We got, yeah, she
Anything you
get, hey, she
promoting,
get,
doing any
hey,
models, what?
I need more.
you don't want to promote your brand, man. You better put yourself out there and stop it. Stop being modest.
Y'all can follow me at Sade Queen B. Wait, Higgins. I think that's my name on Facebook.
It is. It is.
Cause I got
Man,
more than I got so many pages. I'm just trying but that's my
I'm
main.
about to say, yeah.
That's my main page.
Yeah.
Sade Queen B.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. What about you, bro? Fred, what you tell them where to follow
Yeah.
you at? Tell them where to tap
man,
in with you
we'll be here the rest of the damn night, bro. For real. Nah, but
at.
I'm
What's
I'm gonna keep this short. I'm gonna keep this short as hell, man. So, man, you can follow me on Facebook at Frederick Beatty. You can follow my podcast platform, Trailblazer Radio, at Trailblazer Radio on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, um, on Spotify. We got that. You can also follow me. I got I got 5 books that's out right. That's current. That's out right now. I'm an independent author. You can find those books on Amazon. Um, what else? I
Yeah, nigga. Talk your
I do
shit. Talk your shit.
I've done voiceover work. So if somebody looking for somebody for looking for a voiceover artist, I'm experienced in that. So if you're looking for a voiceover artist, I'm good. I'm good with you on that.
I'll keep you in
Jesus,
mind.
what else, man? Damn.
That's
Oh,
nice.
I got a two wheel. Oh, my radio channel's on Twitch, and I finally got a Discord channel to which I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start broadcasting some gameplay of some games, some retro games some retro games. I just got a Super Nintendo and the Xbox 360, and we finna do some retro gaming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tap in with my bro, man.
Hell yeah. So for everybody's out there listening, before we head out, if you want to catch any shows, you know what I'm saying, of us and everybody else that do want to hear on there, you can catch all the shows on YouTube for one. You can catch everything for Family Talk Podcast. Oh yeah. All the shows on YouTube. Crown My Table Studios on YouTube. That's the YouTube channel. You can catch all of them there, and you can also tune in on Facebook to either my Spotlight podcast that you can see on the screen, or you can tune into our regular channel. Hold on, I got y'all. Give me 1 second. Just go look for that right there. Family First Podcast on Facebook. You can also tune in right there as well. So by that being said, uh, we love y'all. We hope to see y'all again next week for the double topic episode. Uh, please stay safe, stay blessed, and stay dangerous.
For sure.
Yes,
Shit.
sir.
For sure. Yes, sir.
Y'all keep
Hey,
that
family
blinky on
first, man.
y'all. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure, man. Hey, you already know, man. Live by the motto, man. Family first. Family first.
Yes,
Always.
sir. That's my reality. Family first, yeah. Stay on track. Talking real life. Never hold back. From the struggles to the highs. We make it last. Tune in, lock in. It's the Family First Podcast. Family first, yeah. Stay on track. Talking real life.
never holding back. From the struggle to the highs, we make it last. Tune in, lock in, it's the Family First Podcast. We talking life, talking dreams, trying to break the chains. From the struggles and the hustle through the joy and pain. It's for the moms, it's for the dads, it's for the kids we raise. Every episode hitting like a vibe we pray. We ain't fake.
Yeah. Get ready to lay down.
You
Wow.
say you about to lay down, Bert?